Now let's see what's going to be happen if effectiveness is there in an organization but efficiency is not there. As you know, effectiveness means doing a right task and efficiency refers to doing the task with less cost. So here's an example given. The company target production is 7,000 units in a year, and to achieve this target the manager has to operate on double shift due to power failure most of the time. So the manager is able to produce, here manager can produce 7,000 units, he can accomplish his objective but at a higher production cost, means cost incurred is higher to achieve this target. So in this case the manager was effective but not so efficient, because for the same output more inputs were required, like labor cost, electricity cost were used. Now efficiency without effectiveness. An organization is cutting down cost but not achieving target production. As you know, efficiency means less cost incurred. So if an organization is cutting down cost but their objective is not achieved, then it's of no use. Here an example given. A business may concentrate more on producing goods with fewer resources. As you know, resources are few. So if a business is concentrating more on producing goods with less resources, in that case business has to cut down cost but the target production is not achieved. So consequently the goods do not reach the market and hence the demand for them decreases. So it's very important in any organization to achieve goal effectively and efficiently while maintaining a balance between the two. So it's very necessary in any organization that work should be done effectively and efficiently. If there's a lack of efficiency or effectiveness, then that organization has a poor management. Now let's see the characteristics of management. Here they are talking about nature of management. So here are the characteristics of management. Universal. Universal refers to pervasive. Next is goal oriented, continuous process, multidimensional, group activity, dynamic function and intangible force. So here are the characteristics of management. Let's see one by one. First is management is a goal oriented process. Goal here refers to objective of an organization. As you know, any organization is set to achieve target. So an organization has a set of basic goals. Goals should be simple and clearly stated, which are the basic reasons for its existence. Different organizations have different goals, like retail store versus hospital. Management unites the efforts of different individuals in the organization towards achieving these goals. As management is a goal-oriented process, any organization that is established has a particular goal, and for that goal, each and every member of that organization works hard. So here they are saying that it's a goal-oriented process because it unites the efforts of different individuals who are working in an organization. Unite means combine. So management combines the efforts of different individuals in an organization towards achieving these goals. Now let's see, management is all pervasive. Pervasive refers to universal, means that management is required at every level. The activities involved in managing an enterprise are common to all levels. There are 3 levels: top level, middle level and lower level. So management is a pervasive function. It means it is required at all levels and in all organizations, whether it's economic, social or political, and all departments like marketing, finance, etc. So here they are saying that management is required at every level of an organization, whether it's departmental. However, the way the management takes place may vary from organization to organization. Means the way the management works, it depends from organization to organization or country to country. In different organization, the management works differently, and it depends country to country that how management is there in one country with respect to other, how the things get managed. The next characteristics is management is multidimensional. Here multidimensional means that management talks about in different dimensions. It works in different dimensions, like management of work, management of people, and management of operations. Let's see management of work. All organizations exist for performance of some work. As I told you before, that every organization is established for achieving some objective. So all organizations exist for performance of some work, and management translate this work in terms of goal, and with the help of management their objectives are achieved. This is done in terms of problems to be solved. Here management of work talks about the problems, that how the problems to be solved, decisions to be made, and budgets to be prepared. Next is management of people. Here human resources of an organization are its biggest assets. Human resources here refers to the people or the employees who are working in an organization. So it's very important for an organization to manage the people in their organization. So human resources of an organization are its biggest asset. Despite all developments in technology, getting work done through people remains a major task for the manager by making their strength effective and weaknesses irrelevant. Despite all development, as you know that technology is developing day by day, still getting work done through people, it's a major task for the manager. Here are the dimensions of managing people. Dealing with employees as individuals with diverse needs and behavior. Dealing with individuals as group of people. As in an organization, different employees are there. So dealing with them as individual and what are their needs and their behavior. So dealing with everything refers to management of people, and dealing with individual as a group of people too. The third dimension is management of operation. All organizations have some basic product service. This requires a production process, conversion of inputs into outputs. This is interlinked with both management of work and people. Here we are talking about management of operation. Operation means working, day-to-day working. So all organizations have some basic product or service that requires a production process to convert input into output. So here this management of operation is the connection between management of work, how the work is to be done, and management of people, how we are going to manage the people to do that work. The next is management is a continuous process. Continuous means ever going. So here as you can see that there are management functions given, as I told you: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So the process of management is a series of continuous, never ending. As we know that this process of management is never ending process because it is required at every level in an organization. Composite which are simultaneously performed by all managers all the time. Management is required in every level in the organization and it is performed by all managers at all the time. It is a separate function. As we can see, there are 5 functions. So here it talks about separate functions of management also. Next characteristic is management is a group activity. An organization is a collection of diverse individuals with different needs. In an organization, different people are there, and they come from diverse areas. So here management is a group activity because manager has to deal with the employees, and every employee has a different purpose for joining the organization. But as members of the organization, they have to work towards achieving organizational objective. The next characteristic is management is a dynamic function. In order to be successful, an organization must change itself according to the needs of the outside environment. So here they are talking about that management is a dynamic function. It has to change according to the outside environment prevailing. Management helps the organization to adapt to the changing environment. Through management, organization adapt according to the changing circumstances. Example, McDonald's, the fast food giant, made major changes in its menu to service in the Indian market. So here they are giving the example of McDonald's. McDonald's adapted the changes occurring in the environment. Next characteristic is management is an intangible force. Intangible means we can't touch management. It can be felt. So management cannot be seen or touched, but its presence can be felt or effect can be noticed in the way in which the organization functions. If an organization can achieve its goal, so we are going to say that management is very effective and we can only feel it. So it's an intangible force. We can't see management or we can't touch it. Happy employees, orderliness in the organization can be felt, and they indicate the presence of good management. If the employees are happy in an organization and every work in an organization is done in a specific order, there we can feel that this organization has a good management. Now let's talk about objectives of management. So here there are three objectives of management: organizational objective, personal objectives, and social objective. Organizational objectives, that's called economic objectives too. The main objective of any organization should be to utilize human and material resources to the maximum possible advantage, that is, to fulfill the economic objectives of a business. Here, the main objective of any organization is to use human resources and the material resources and get maximum advantage from them so that their objective can be achieved. Here there are three aspects in organizational objective. First is survival. Every organization has an objective to survive. The second is to earn profit, and the third one is growth. Let's talk about survival. An organization must earn enough revenues to cover costs in order to survive. Whenever an organization is established, its objective is to earn profit, right? The basic objective. But second one is an organization must earn enough revenues to cover costs in order to survive in the market. Profit management has to ensure that the organization makes profit enough for covering cost. A good management in an organization should be there so that the organization makes profit also to cover cost and risk of business. Third one is growth. To remain in the industry, management must exploit fully the growth and potential of the organization. So to remain in the market, good management should be there in an organization and it exploit the growth potential of the organization. Now, next are the indicators of growth. How growth can be there of an organization. First is increase in number of employees. If an organization, more employees are there, so it indicates that organization is growing. And the second one is increase in capital investment. The capital investment in an organization, it refers or it tells about the growth of an organization. Next objective is social objective. It involves the creation of benefits for society, as organization uses society resources, right? So here the objective of organization is social objective too. It creates benefits for society. The firm must fulfill its social obligation, means duty, towards various constituents of society, that is consumers, employees, government, suppliers, etc. Environment friendly method of production. An organization should use environment friendly method of production so that it does not harm the society, giving employment opportunities to the underprivileged section of society and providing basic amenities like schools and healthcare also. So this is the social objective of any organization. Next is personal objective. Here personal talks about to fulfill the needs of employees, those who are working in your organization. An organization needs to fulfill the needs of employees. These vary, these differ from financial needs such as competitive salaries and perks, social needs such as peer recognition, and higher level needs such as personal growth and development. So it's an objective of an organization that it should fulfill the financial needs such as giving competitive salaries to their staff and perks, and social needs such as peer recognition, respect should be there, and higher level needs such as their personal growth and development, so that employees can feel happy. Management has to reconcile personal goals of individual. It's the duty of manager to see what are the personal goals of employees or individuals, those who are working in an organization, and to grow them and to have the development of those employees. Management should take initiatives.